Welcome to the POGPOD. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done.
This is god. In true fashion. True scuffness.
For real.
Okay, welcome.
Welcome.
We didn't think we'd get this far. After last time.
No, we didn't.
But we are here. We have survived till number 2.
We are here. Number 2. Here we are.
And hopefully you've just heard the new intro. Made by... Music by, anyway. Intro by me. Music by the good old Jay.
Yeah,
big legend.
Did, but he did it.
And outro music. So if you stay the whole time, you'll hear the new outro.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Or you could skip to the end, but if you do, I'm gonna fucking...
Don't do that, you little bitch.
Don't. You fucking
dare you? How dare you?
What's up, Mohawk?
I'm gonna leave a message at the end saying fuck you to whoever skipped.
For real.
Little bitch.
Little fucking wanker.
Little wanker, bruh. Alright, this one. We have some things to address about the last one, don't we? And the fucking nightmare we had with it. It sucked ass.
Fucking horrible.
You
were working all Saturday. I feel so
legit. I didn't stop on Saturday, but we had so much fun recording it.
You don't. Oh yeah. Well, you don't know how bad I felt because I was busy all Saturday, and then you would send me a Snapchat, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was in call with a few people, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. It's gonna work, and then it didn't, and then I thought I had it sorted, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna set it to upload, and it said it was taking 4 hours, so I was like, oh, if this doesn't work now, I'm done. I can't. I'm gonna tell Gage it's over. I'm not doing it. And then it was clocking down, and I was doing everything to just distract myself from it, to make the time pass quicker. And then it finally got to the end, and I sat and watched it for the final 10 minutes. I was like, it's gonna work. I messaged you and everything. I was like, it's done. It's working. Sorry, I'm just taking a drink. And then it finally clocked down, and it was processing, and I was like, yes. And then I looked at it, and the thumbnail was perfect. And I was like, oh my god, it's worked. It's done. It's finally worked. And I click on the link it gives you when you upload it, and it says 2 minutes 56. I'm like, no, it's over. And I click on it, and I watch the 2 minutes 56, and it's just a black screen and pure silence. There's no audio at all. I'm like, oh my god, it's over. It's done. I'm done. And I messaged you, and I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Oh yeah, well, eventually... That was Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
Right? Eventually, I just told you, I was like, yo, dog, just go to fucking bed.
Yeah, he was like, just fucking leave it, bro. We'll leave it.
But you stuck with it.
I was determined.
Because I remember, well, it was 5 o'clock my time. But it was 9 for you.
10. 5 hours ahead.
10, yeah, it was 10. It was 10 for you. And I was still with Sam. And I'm getting updates and stuff, and I felt horrible because I didn't want to be rude and get on my computer, but I didn't want to leave you with all that shit to do. So
yeah, I knew you couldn't get on, so I was like, I'm gonna do this for Gage because I know he wants this out. So I was
eventually, I mean, when you told me that, I was just like, man, just fucking leave it. We'll handle it. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nah. Dude, watch this shit.
Watch this space, motherfucker.
By God, if I'm not shitting, 6 hours later, when I finally get in the shower, get a Snapchat. Hey, here's the link. Fucking listen to that shit. Great.
Yeah, I completely scammed it. I after that 4 hours.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Anyone? Any snitches who listening, right? We will beat you up. We were, after that thought, I was like, I need a different solution. So I go on Google and I type in best editing software 2020, and I'm going through the list and looking at reviews on all of these, and I find this one called VideoPod, and I'm like, all right, this kind of looks sketchy, but I'm gonna try it. So I download it, and it seems fine, and I open it. It's like, oh, you have a free trial, and I'm like, oh, all right. And I put it all in, and it's like going perfect. I'm like, okay, this is it. It can be done. And then I get to the end of the audio, and I'm listening, and I'm like, oh dear, it's not synced. And what had happened was my audio had fused together with two different clips. So it's like the main clip and two. Oh my god, that wasn't nice.
That was a good one.
So it was like the main clip, and then two clips that when Craig disconnected twice.
Yeah.
He'd split my audio for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at it, and it fused it together in the files, and I couldn't find a way around it, so I had to chop it at the end at a point that made sense just before my audio fucked up. And I was like, of course it'd be mine. Gages is completely fine. Gages is absolutely perfect, but mine, no, mine is the one that messes up. But I cut it, and then I do a little outro while you were with Sam, and then I put it in, and I see that VideoPad has a feature where you can upload straight to YouTube. And I titled it, I gave it a description. I was like, if this doesn't work, I'm actually leaving it. This is the final try I'm giving it. Otherwise, I'm done. And me and Gage will sort something out when he's free next. And I put it in, and it says uploading, and it goes up in a second. I'm like, no way. And then it says processing, and it's 0% for like 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, it's either froze or it's just not going to work. And then it finishes, and I go onto the channel, and it's done. It's uploaded. It's completely done. So I click on it, and I start watching through, and it's perfect. I'm like, yes, it's actually done. So I message you like all excited, and we finally upload it. And then we tell them
finally sleep.
I finally went to bed, and we
Because
tell
that was
everyone.
early for you.
Oh yeah, it was.
Did you even sleep?
Not until like 3 a.m.
Okay.
I think maybe. I can't. To be honest, that whole day was just a blur. After all that, it was just me sitting around waiting to see if it'd work. But
Yeah, that was.
after we got that out, everyone loved it. Everyone absolutely loved it.
It was the people who watched it, which I think almost everybody watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And it got a lot of good reviews. I guess we spoke to heart to some people, and it was I mean, there was some things that could have been better on our side, like
It'll come with time,
the first 20 minutes were black. Like the first
that
20
was
minutes of it were like black. Yeah. And then
that was
like it was like I saw
if this one isn't edited to a good standard, cancel us because I should have it unlocked now.
I think this one will be pretty good because you got like a good intro, since good outros, and then the still frame that we have is beautiful.
It's really sick.
Like I don't know how is it like it's like an animation or some shit like that.
It's
or something like that.
You'll be seeing it now on your screen.
Yeah, obviously.
But it's sick, and it perfectly loops too. So there's no like jitteriness or cuts in it. It's perfectly looped.
Yeah.
So it looks sick. But yeah. I won't name names on some of the people, but one person did say it was kind of like therapeutic, just sitting down and having us talking in the background. Another person said he felt like he had to respond because he thought he was there with us, but then realized he was just listening. So that was pretty good.
Well,
and
like I was talking to you about yesterday. I mean, or it might have been the day before or yesterday. I'm not too sure, but these conversations that we have on our podcast, these are very real. You know, like we have these on a weekly basis, more daily. Actually, like daily, we have these conversations on a daily basis. So it's good to sit down and have people be able to listen to them that didn't get to be a part of those conversations.
Yeah, because before this was a thing, it was literally just been me and you sat in a call, just talking shit and just being like, yo. And then it just kind of became a
Chat.
joke, like, oh, it's like a podcast.
Exactly.
And like it's not like it's like, oh, are we podcasting tonight? But then we kind of like tell people like, we should actually do it.
Yeah.
And
then
like
we did.
it was your idea initially. All credit goes to you. You were like,
Oh, yeah, well, I
Peyton, we
said,
should actually do this.
well, if you know me, I'm an avid stoner. I'm one to smoke the devil's lettuce from time to time. And it was one of those nights where I was feeling it hard. About maybe beginning of summer, middle of spring, somewhere where that shit blended together. It was right after quarantine started, I think. And I was just up all night, every night until like 3 a.m. So, and obviously you weren't up till 3 a.m. You were up till like fucking 10 o'clock your time, which
Yeah.
is like 5 my time. And then I was just like, yo, dude, like, we should fucking record this shit.
Yeah, and then
And
you sat
we
up and Googled how to get it on Spotify, and I was like, bro, there's so many easier ways than Spotify. And you're like, nah, we going professional. I was like, we need to start at the bottom.
we're doing
We Joe Rogan.
yeah, that was but yeah, I mean, it
That's
was
a
a
dream, bro.
very
Imagine we get as big as Joe Rogan, bro. We started this off as a joke, and then we take over the Joe Rogan experience.
if we start off as Joe Rogan, I have to watch my mouth from what I say from now
Does
on.
he though? I'm pretty sure he's just fully uncensored, says whatever he wants.
Personally, I never want to be famous.
No, I was saying in chat yesterday, I was like up just watching YouTube videos, and I was like, I used to, as a kid, I used to love knowing what like faceless YouTubers looked like, and I'd love like knowing, like feeling like they were like a friend, but now I was like, nah, I don't want to see what you look like. Like an example is Swagger Souls. Like he's a really funny person, and like he's really like uncensored and stuff. And he's obviously faceless. He wears his like night mask, and everyone wants a face reveal.
But he's never gonna do it. And
And no,
like,
and I don't want him to do it. Like I really don't want him to, because it ruins his like
image.
channel concept. It ruins his image. And like
Well, I
I
mean,
would
it's just like,
completely prefer if he stayed faceless.
oh yeah, well, obviously, like this stuff, the people that he's close with and stuff like that, they know who he looks like. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that like I wouldn't do the same, because today's world is just so judgmental, and it's hard to be like successful, because somebody's always gonna fucking criticize you for bullshit that you said. But like people like him and H2O Delirious, I know that was a one when I
Did
was
he ever
younger.
face reveal?
Maybe not as
I
big
haven't
as
been
you
up with him.
watched him, but like H2O Delirious was a big one and all that shit. But he they were really like able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to, and it didn't really affect their real life. That's one thing that I'd be fucking scared of. Is like someday.
It's like the privacy issue, isn't it?
Well, for me, like I'm not a very private person. It's just that like I'm not. I mean, obviously, when I was younger, every kid's like, "Yeah, I want to be famous."
Yeah.
But like, and that's how I was when I was younger. But as I get older, I value that, and I learned I don't need to be famous, or I don't need to have like $500,000 in the bank account, or I don't need that shit. And genuinely, like, I don't want it. You know,
Well, for me,
like I'm
it's
fine
like
with what I have, and
I
that's
was just
okay.
saying
But it
it's like
wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm sure I'd adjust to it quickly. But
yeah.
you know, there's always that like, well, maybe.
Yeah, I was
Because
like you.
being famous is hard.
It was like I wanted to be famous all the
It's a
time.
very real thing that you gotta think about.
I always wanted to be famous too, and like it would be cool. Like I'd love it. Like just to be kind of like famous in some sort of way. But I wouldn't reveal my face. I'd completely keep it hidden. I wouldn't want my face or real name out there. I wouldn't want any of my friends to release that or anything. I'd completely keep it hidden until I felt like I was comfortable enough in my life to do that, to the point where I could like keep myself private and my address private and my family private, because it's just so unnecessary. Like I don't think anyone needs that much attention on them constantly.
Well, that's one thing that you like trade out and stuff like that. You trade out, especially being entertaining and shit like that. You trade out fucking privacy for, worship, like quite literally worship of possibly millions of people and possibly billions if you're getting up there into A-list celebrities and
PewDiePie.
shit like that. But
That man is
yeah,
so famous.
oh yeah. I mean, like think about it, like 100 million people. Like that's the
Imagine
size of
having
a small country.
100 million people subscribe to you. Imagine how insane that is. Every time you upload a video, 20 million people watch it. Imagine how mad that is.
Well, I mean, it's not only that. It's just like you got 100 million people judging you and judging your
Exactly,
character.
watching your every move.
Think about it. Exactly.
You post one thing on Twitter, you've got 100 million people who might see it.
Mhm. And there's a good chance that somebody's gonna take it the wrong way.
Yeah, and there's no way out of 100
That's
million
like a
people,
big
no
part
one's
of
gonna.
like cancel
Even
culture.
so, someone's gonna pick on at least like one word that you slipped up on. I thought, oh, this guy
Fuck
said
yeah.
this in this context. He's a fucking prick. He needs canceling.
Well, I mean, like a really big thing today, like, is fucking going back to like fucking 2004, and then like grabbing like what MySpace fucking quotes and shit like that.
Mm.
And then just fucking like getting people like 15, 16 years later for fucking
Yeah, do
saying the shit
do
that
you
they said
know
when they were young.
a guy called Jack Maynard is?
I think so.
He's brothers to Conor Maynard, and Conor Maynard's like a big singer. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you know him.
yeah.
We have this
Mm-hmm.
show in England called "I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here." It's really big. I don't know whether you know about it in America, but they put like I think it's like 12 or something celebrities in a jungle in Australia, and they have
Yeah,
to survive, not survive, but like they do challenges like eating cockroaches and stuff like that. And it's all like it's really fun to watch.
yeah.
But Jack Maynard went on there, and he was the first ever YouTuber to go on to something like that. And
Mhm.
he survived 2 days, and then some people went on his Twitter and went down until he was 16 years old, which was about 8 or 9 years ago at the time when he
Mhm.
went on the show. And they found tweets from 8 or 9 years ago of him. He made, I think he said the N word in one of his tweets. And I think he made like a few racist jokes with his friends. And they completely took him
Mhm.
off the show. They cancelled him on Twitter. He had to make like an apology video, and it completely like ruined him for a few months.
Like stuff like that. Like that's so fucking stupid. Like
I
not
know.
the racism part. Like I don't condone racism and shit like that. But just like thinking about like the way I am
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm very controversial just the way I speak because to me like words are just words.
You are, and
If
you
you
also have
choose to be
very
offended.
strong opinions on them. Like
Oh
you're
yeah.
not scared to give your opinion on something.
Oh no, not at all. Well, it's just like words are words. If you get offended by a word, that's you choosing to get offended by a word. That's not up to me.
Unless you have like a
That is
valid, like
purely your decision.
if you were black and someone called you the N word, you have every right to be offended. But
Oh
if
fuck
you're,
you.
what I hate is when people get offended on someone else's behalf when it's got nothing to do with them.
Fuck yeah.
Like if
Fucking
you, I saw this thing on Instagram where it was like, it was like a meme template, and it was like me, cowering in fear after the white girl screamed at me for making a racist joke. And he's like a black man, so he can say those jokes. And it was
oh
like,
yeah.
oh my god, it's nothing to do with you. Like, please.
Oh well, I mean, there's also the fact that like you say, like we joke around a lot. We
Hmm.
do, and but we never say anything with hate.
No, we never say
You know,
anything about him.
like I could call you fucking like retard or some shit like that. But I'm saying it to joke, because like I've got fucking people in my life who are mentally disabled, and I'm gonna treat everybody the same way that I treat everybody.
I think as long as you're like not using it in a harmful, because obviously retard has its like horrible meanings behind it. But
Yeah.
if you're calling someone who knows it's a joke and who knows how harmful it can be, but knows that it's not meant in that way, I think that's all right. I'm not gonna. I know that probably
Yeah.
will get hate, that statement, but it's just like it's. If you're joking with someone you know you can trust about saying those jokes with, then where's the harm?
I mean, and plus it's like, it's not hateful. Like, we're not using it in a hateful way.
Mm,
I'm not. I'm. We're not discriminatory people.
no,
like, we're some of the most open people that I know. Like, fuck.
it's just a big
Like,
craze around cancel culture, and everyone has to get in everyone's business, and everyone has to have an opinion on everything.
well, I mean, like, I understand it, but this fucking everybody has a valid opinion shit, that's bullshit. Because I, as a man, should not have an opinion on fucking abortion. And a woman, as a woman, should not have a say on what I do in my free time. And me, as a man, should not have a right or an opinion on women's rights. Because that has literally nothing to fucking do with me.
You can support that
You know?
stuff, but you don't have to have. Well, obviously, if you support women's rights, that's amazing. Like everyone
Mhm.
should, because it's
Oh, yeah.
basic human decency. But
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
if say I joke with a close female friend and they know it's a joke, I'm like, oh, get back in the kitchen. Bearing in mind, it's not a funny joke; it's just like a messing on joke. Someone else who doesn't know us can't like come over and be like, oh, you're not allowed to say that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, piss off. Like, get
Exactly.
lost.
Yeah, for real. I mean, and it's just, like, there's obvious, like, boundaries. But
Mhm.
every person has their boundaries.
And as long as
Not
you
every
know
person
them
has their
boundaries, then
fucking
you
thing.
know how to respect them.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I remember I had this conversation the other day with Sam, my
Mhm.
girlfriend, and she's not exactly like, she's a very individualist, you know?
Yeah, very
If you
independent.
know what I mean? Like, that's, yeah, independent. Sorry, independent. She doesn't believe either way. Sorry. But we were talking and she was like, how do you think about this and stuff? And as like, well, and obviously that's a very like risky question for me to answer because
Hmm.
I'm a straight white male and anything that I can say like could potentially be taken out of context and it could be turned on me. Not saying that that's strictly because I'm white, it's probably because of the way I am.
It's because
But
of cancel culture, bro.
for real, it's because of cancel culture. But it was like, what do you think about like abortion? And I was like, I don't give a fuck because it has nothing to do with me. It is
On
not. I
Obviously, if you were in a position where you and let's just use Sam, if Sam was pregnant and you were discussing the options, and she asked what you wanted because obviously you'd be the kid's dad, that's where your opinion matters. But if
oh yeah.
you go on Twitter and start having to go at some random girl who you don't know about abortion, that's nothing to do with you. Like you have no right.
I
It's
mean,
like
well,
everyone has their own opinion and their own choice, and everyone's entitled to it.
mhm. Well, like even if like God forbid like Sam was pregnant and I was a dad, if she went like if if she wanted to have an abortion, I don't have the right to tell her that she can't get one.
It is her body. It's her
Like
choice.
even oh yeah, because that's not I'm not gonna fucking like I did help, but I wouldn't do nearly as much as she'd have to fucking do.
She has to push that kid out. She has to go through
Exactly.
all that 9 months and then the pain.
Exactly. And now if the baby stuck around, then
The
I
baby's
guess I'd
around.
fucking sober up. But yeah, it's fucking catching the train. But I guess I'd sober up or shit like that, or like I'd sell it off to some sex slave.
Oh my
I'm
god.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
See how quickly you had to say you were joking there. Like,
I'm joking.
that's
But
fun.
yeah, like seriously, like cancel culture. It's such a.
It's so heavy
I
hitting,
don't.
dude. Like, you can't get away from it.
Oh yeah,
Did you see the? Do you know who Jacksepticeye is?
yeah,
I've been watching him since I was like 7,
yeah.
and he tweeted out not yesterday but the day before. He said, "Imagine not having a PS5," and then the picture of Tom Cruise laughing. And obviously, if you know who he is, you'd know he's joking. He's not making fun of people who can't afford a PS4, 5. Sorry,
Yeah.
and it was directed at, I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but it was directed at a YouTuber who lost his line in the queue to get a PS5 or something. So he was like laughing at him. But everyone on Twitter was just like, he's making fun of the poor. He's hating on people who can't afford it. Like, how dare he? He's a scumbag. I was like, if you know anything about Jacksepticeye, you know that's not who he is at all. It's just any excuse to like hate on anyone, and it's pathetic.
I mean, like the world is like such a pussy nowadays.
Oh, for real.
Like,
Everyone is so like soft.
for real. Like, what happened to fucking like if we got a problem, let's fucking
Oh
fight.
my god, that's so American.
That's I mean, it's not that's like that's why I'm all for these fucking YouTuber boxing matches and shit like that. Like,
Oh,
fuck
that's
the
fun.
tweeting back and forth. Fuck the
Get in the ring and
tweeting back and
fight, bro.
forth. Let's fucking go at it. Yes, and then because you want to know why? After that, is anybody still talking shit? Fuck
No,
no.
you'd see after every single, well, not every single one, but I'd say about 80% of boxing fights. After all of them, the two fighters respect each other so much after getting in the ring with each other. They don't hate each other anymore.
Oh yeah,
It was like
because I
Conor
mean it's
McGregor
hard
versus
to
Mayweather.
for real. Like they might have fucked around with each other before, but like they're chill now
Yeah, once you get in the ring with
because they
someone,
know
you
that
develop
each.
that mutual respect. Like, it takes a lot to
Oh
get
yeah,
in that ring.
oh yeah. Because if you know you're gonna get punched in the face, I mean, if you're gonna get punched in the face by this person and you're gonna punch them in the face, like think about that shit. Like you know that's gonna happen. And that's always how it's been. I've been in fucking countless fights over stupid shit. When that stupid shit ended after I got hit a couple times,
And now you're kicked
you
out of
know,
school.
or I hit a couple times. Like seriously, let's stop the fucking bullshit messaging back and forth and let's fucking fight.
We message everyone with Stan in their name, or anyone who is even attempting to cancel anyone, and I think we should call them out and fight them.
Mm-hmm. Oh fuck yeah.
I think we should rent out a ring, a boxing ring.
Ring.
Should get a couple hundred gloves, and we just Royal Rumble that shit. We just fight
I would
everyone.
I would love to do that shit. Like,
How many
cause
people would you reckon you could take on?
like at once or
Like,
after
say,
fucking
oh,
drop.
why is my Xbox just turned on? Scared the shit out of me. Okay, say I put you in a boxing ring,
Mhm.
and I line up 50 people. They're all your age, and I send one in the ring after the other. How many do you reckon you could beat before you had to like time out and stop?
30.
You
I'm
could
pretty
you could
comfortable
you
with
could
30.
beat 30 of them.
Maybe more if there was money involved, but if it was just like for the fun of it, 30.
You could. I kind of want to test it.
I would drop in I'm about guaranteed I would drop the first 15. Like
What?
I'm serious though.
Like instantly? Like as soon as they get in, you would go over and just drop them.
Within the first 3 minutes, like
That's
fucking
fair.
done.
We gotta test that. I want to test you.
I'd be down.
Why would you have to stop after 30? Would you like be too tired to go on, or?
I mean, eventually like you gotta take a smoke break, man. Like,
Of course you had to take a smoke break.
I
Of
mean,
course.
I'm sure like I could take all 50, but like not like
Not one after one after
continuous,
one.
like consecutive. Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
big word, consecutive. Go on.
You know me,
You know me.
but
Human dictionary.
like I'm legit like because I learned a long time ago like if you're scared to lose, you shouldn't be fighting.
That's true.
So I'm not scared to lose. Because what have I
Attaboy.
got to lose? I
Attaboy.
mean, well,
Uh,
it's just like. Sorry, you go ahead.
we go on a massive tangent. Like, we went from cancel culture to seeing how many people you can beat up in a boxing ring.
Oh yeah, because it's up there. I'm telling you, man. Because
We should put that.
90% of people these days are scared to fucking fight in general.
Yeah, a lot of people are just all bark, no bite. They just talk and then don't walk.
Oh yeah, we need some more walking. Personally,
we
that's
need
what I
some more.
think.
We need a catwalk up in here.
For real, like I'm down to walk with anybody.
That sounds like such a weird sentence.
If you want to walk, let's walk. I'm running.
Did you end up watching Mike Tyson versus was it Jones Jr.?
Roy Jones Jr. Yeah.
Roy
Yes,
Jones
I
Jr.
did.
Did you end up watching it? What do you think about it?
I think Tyson should have won.
I think Tyson should have won. Tyson is the scariest man on this earth.
For real. Like, and after that, like, I went back and I watched like some of his fights, and of course it was like what 20, 30 years ago when he was in his prime, but
Oh
still
yeah.
like 10, but like 10 years after his first debut, like he was still like knocking out cunts left and right.
Oh bro, have you seen how big he is?
His thighs are like the size of two of my heads.
It's like he's how old is he now? In his 50s?
He's 50 something, yeah, early 50s.
He's in his 50s and he's still hitting as hard as he could in his prime.
Oh, yeah,
He
and that's
is
hard.
that he is, bro.
That is devastating.
Okay, I'm gonna. I asked my friends this before. I'm gonna give you the same scenario. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, the scenario is Mike Tyson is stood right next to you, okay? And he's ready to punch you in the face. Are you taking that punch from Mike Tyson or drop kicking a 5-year-old child that stood right in front of you?
I'm taking the punch.
you would take the punch.
Well, I'm a hard-headed motherfucker, like already. Like I think I'd get up after.
Mm.
I don't think it'd feel good. It wouldn't feel good at all,
Oh,
and I'd end up on the ground.
I think it would knock you out.
I don't
100%.
think it would knock me out.
You don't think
Well,
a
I
punch
mean,
from Mike Tyson would knock you out?
it depends on where he hit me.
Right in the right on the cheek.
Right on the cheek.
On the cheek
If he,
doesn't usually knock you out. It's usually like the back side of your head, where there's like if you get punched there, it's like you go black for a second, like you black out,
if
and then
he,
you like take like 10 seconds to get back to yourself.
if he caught me in the, if he caught me in the cheek, I think I'd go down, but
Oh,
he
you
would
would go
knock me
down.
out.
You be in so much pain for so long.
Oh fuck yeah. Now if he caught me in the jaw, like I'm done.
Oh, a broken jaw.
Like I'm for the count.
Broken jaw.
But if he caught, yo yeah, fuck it. But if he caught me in the cheek, I'd get up.
You
I
know,
might lay down, like take a breather, but I'd get up.
you're the only person to actually say they would take the hit. Out of all the people I've asked, you're the only person to say that they would take the hit. Everyone else has said they'd kick the child.
I've been getting hit my whole life. Okay, I ain't.
Everyone should let us know in the comments what they would do if they were in this scenario. Would you kick the kid or take the punch?
Or would you take the punch?
Do it. Let us know. And any of you that say you would kick the kid,
It depends on the kid.
it depends on the kid. What kid would you kick? Like what kid?
If he was a little dick, fuck yeah. I'd drop kick the fuck out.
Did you watch the Jake Paul, Nate what? What's his second name?
Nate Robinson.
Robinson. Is he a
Mhm.
basketball player?
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think
Nate
Jake Paul is?
got fucking rocked.
He got rocked.
I think he got fucking. I think Jake. I think he could be classified as a boxer. Know what I mean?
I think he could be classified as a boxer. I do have to say though, he didn't show anything special in that fight at all.
Well, he didn't have much of an opponent
He
either.
didn't. Yeah, exactly. That's why he didn't show anything special. I think he is a good boxer, but
Mhm.
he was against someone who had 6 months training. Who, by the way, I don't know whether you know this. He didn't spar anyone in his training camp. He didn't fight
No.
anyone before Jake, and he got knocked out in second round, third round, second
Second
round.
round.
Jesus, but
KO'd on his feet. On his
he's been memed
feet.
so much. He has been memed unbelievably.
Well, understandably so. You got knocked out by Jake fucking Paul.
He's a not TikTok. He was a Vine star who went to Disney, and he has just laid you out in a boxing ring in front of millions of people.
You
And he
got
is meant to
knocked
be an
out by
athlete.
dirt from Bizarre Bark.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, for real.
He was in Bizarre Park. Oh god.
You got knocked the fuck out. And it wasn't even once. He got knocked the fuck out 3 times.
Oh yeah, it was a three knockdown rule, and then the third time he just couldn't get up. He was out
He
cold.
didn't get TKO'd. He was out on his feet.
He was done.
He was doing Molly with fucking Kid Rock. Okay?
Who, Jake?
Like, he was done. No, Nate Robinson. He was sleeping.
Oh my god,
He
yeah.
was done. He was
Yeah,
in
he
another
was.
universe.
Did you see Jake's video after, where he's laid?
No, I didn't.
He's laid in his bed, presumably next to his friend, and his
Mhm.
mother is laid next to him, and he's quite
Mhm.
clearly like on something, or he's just
Mhm.
really drunk, and he calls out KSI again. He's like, "You're ducking me. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're done."
I think Jake will have him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying that because he's American.
I
I'm
think
saying that.
I do think it'll be a lot closer than Logan versus KSI. I think
Well,
Jake is
that
a
was
bit
already
closer than
pretty
Logan.
close.
That was
Logan only
close,
lost
but
by 2 points.
he should have lost by more.
No, he
If
fucking
I was watching from an unbiased point of view, he should have lost more because he did get knocked down in one of the
Mhm.
earlier rounds. Like
Mhm.
KSI like punches him and he goes down, and he
Yeah.
thinks it's a knockdown. Like you can tell he's like, "Oh, I just got knocked down,"
Yeah.
because he looks up at the ref and he's like, "Is that a knockdown? Like what's going on?" And the ref says like, "No," and everyone was like confused at that. But yeah, he should have lost. Yeah, you know what's actually pretty funny, and I was
What?
just cut myself off completely there. When Mike Tyson bit that guy's ear off, he
Yeah.
lost 2 points for biting the guy's ear off, and KSI got punched in the back of the head, and Logan lost 2 points for that. It's completely unbalanced. Like
I did think that was pretty stupid. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Mike bit a guy's ear off, and he was just like, "Yep, 2 points off. It's fine." Logan punched him in the back of the head, even though that is completely illegal in boxing, but.
Yeah.
He punched him in the back of the head and got the same amount of points took off as Mike Tyson biting someone's ear off.
Yeah.
That's funny. That is boxing's a funny sport.
Well, yeah, it's hilarious.
I
Because, I
love it
mean,
though.
it's completely
It's a good.
up to the people boxing.
Mm-hmm. It's a good sport. I enjoy watching boxing. I didn't expect us to talk about boxing, to be quite honest with you.
I think Logan was a better technical boxer.
Yeah,
Like, from a technical standpoint, Logan was better.
he looked a lot better because he's a lot taller than KSI.
Yeah.
And he's a lot big. Like Logan is huge. You can
Yeah.
you can take the piss out of Logan all you want, but that man is like he's
He's
built
built.
like
Yeah.
he is a big lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is a very good boxer. Not anymore. He's like completely stopped training now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He tried. I watched one of his videos recently. It's not a recent video. It was like a couple months ago. He tried running a certain amount of miles in 5 minutes, and he like
Mhm.
passed out. He couldn't do it. I was like, oh damn, he's fell off. He's done. He's completely ruined.
I think if you wanted to, you could get back into it quick.
Yeah, easily he could get back in it.
Right.
How are you enjoying swimming though? That's a very building sport. Like,
Swimming?
yeah.
I'm looking great physically. The
How are
bitches
you
love it.
feeling physically?
I feel great.
Are
Like,
you at peak performance?
hmm?
Are you at peak performance?
I hope not.
That is a good response. Jeez. That is
Yeah.
yeah. You don't want to cap
If I'm at
yourself
my
at
peak,
15.
for real, if I'm at my peak performance at 15 years old, I'm doing something wrong.
I'm doing something wrong. Do you want to
For
get
real.
like a scholarship in swimming?
It'd be the only way. Like, I'd go to college.
All right. Hi, you're
If
academically smart.
I'm academic, if I did, yeah, but like scholarship wise, that's what I'm going for. I'm pretty fucking good.
That's good to know then.
But again, like I've never been. Oh, well, with swimming and stuff, like I've never been like a lazy kid.
Mm.
You know, like I was always like doing something. I've never been uninterested in like sports.
I used to swim, but then
Mhm.
I got like pretty good at it, but then I just kind of got like bored per se, and I stopped. But I did enjoy it when I did it. Swimming is fun.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a lot. Like
Oh, it's a lot.
I can't do it like I'm doing it right now, year round.
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
yeah,
because you do it how many days a week? 4 days
I
a
do
week?
it 4 days a week, every
Monday,
week.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Damn,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 7 o'clock to 8:15.
that is shit.
So I don't eat dinner till 9. It is shit.
That
It's
sounds
not fun.
brutal.
But I mean, like, yeah, it. I mean, it's chilling because, and plus, it's only a couple months long.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
So
and at
yeah, we're
least it's
chill.
gonna take you places. At least it's not like just time waste. Like, if it's gonna get you a scholarship, then that's perfect.
I mean, yeah, like that would be awesome if if I got a scholarship. I'd be fucking pumped. But
I hope you do, bro. It could do a lot for you.
me too. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Future's bright, I guess.
Can support you and your baby. Hmm.
Yeah, support me. We want to talk about that.
It's your choice whether you talk about that. You can talk about that story if you want to talk.
I've got a story.
It's Gage's story time, guys.
I'm gonna say. So, Mr. Kingsley has already heard this story, same with a couple people in the
I'm
server.
gonna sit back and enjoy
Um,
this.
but Elo, old old Mama Elo is gonna be disappointed in me.
If she hears this,
And oh, she's gonna be pissed off.
yeah,
But
go on, tell
so
us. Go on.
it was an old Saturday afternoon, or not really afternoon, Saturday night. I was with my current girlfriend, Sam is her name, and
Okay, before you get
we're
into
sitting
this
there.
bit, don't go into too much detail. Just give
I'm
the
not.
general, the general aspects and move on.
Well, we were hanging out, obviously, and shit like that, and we did some not so Christian things, and
Carry on.
oh my god, we just we were doing some not so Christian things, and apparently I thought it was a sprint, not a marathon, if you know what I'm getting at. And I I go, oh fuck. So naturally, um, I eject, and but you see, I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to be as spotty as possible, but like, if you know what we're doing, like there was some motion in the ocean, if you know what I mean. Anyways, but yeah, I hop out, and when of course when you go oh shit when you're inside, that raises a little bit of suspicion. It's not a very good thing.
If we
So
could get monetized on these, we would be age restricted so quick. You've said motion in the ocean too many times.
anyways, so I said fuck, and then Sam, my girlfriend, and earmuffs for any young ears listening. Sam looks at me with the biggest eyes I have ever seen and goes, and I quote, "Did you just fucking come in me?" Um, naturally, when you hear that sentence, you go, well, no.
The most unbelievable no in the history of no's.
For real. And then she asked me again, she goes, Cohen, which is my real name if nobody knows. Cohen, did you just fucking come at me? And then I say it again with a little bit more reassurance, and I go, no. Now, if you know me, I, listen, I know myself, and I know I didn't, but she didn't know that. So I scared the absolute fuck out of her. So she
Understandably
leans her head
so.
back. She goes, understandably so, dude. Yeah, it's a big thing. She goes in a freak out. She leans her head back. She goes, okay, fucking go get me a towel, like, and I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I go, all right, so I go and get her a towel. She goes into the bathroom. I text King immediately.
Yeah, I get a message instantly like, bro, I fucked up. Like I've just had the biggest scare of my life. Like, what do I do? I'm like, chill out. Like, relax, it's fine. As long as you didn't, then you're fine.
I wasn't scared, but she was fucking scared.
I
And
think
then she
her
comes back
panic
in
was
here.
making you panic. So
Oh
you were
fuck
like,
yeah!
oh god, no.
Because she comes back in here and she was like, "You're absolutely positive." I'm like, "For real." And then she's crying, and then she checks her phone, and she's like, "Well, my flow chart, it's like, if you don't know what flow is, like it's like a period
You do
tracking
not
app
need to
on your phone."
describe floor.
That's the name of it. I wish it was different, but she was on that and she was like you're absolutely positive, and then she was crying and she was like, well, it's like a low chance and shit like that, like, hopefully like you didn't write. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, just in case, like I don't know like how good your swimmers are. So I was like, yeah, we're going to get plan B. So we get in the truck, we head down to the CVS, and she's an emotional wreck, so I go, stay in the truck, I'll handle it. So I walk in there, I grab a first plan B pill I see and a box of condoms.
Good.
Because I told you, I said from now on,
Oh yeah, wrap
I
in
am
before you tap it.
rapping before I tap
No
it.
way are you doing
Yeah,
anything else.
fuck yeah, for sure. That was because that's just way too fucking close. Because that fucking when in doubt, pull the fuck out shit that I was pulling. Don't do that. Don't.
Don't do it.
You young boys in the audience, fucking, you rap it before you tap. And even if you have it wrapped, when in doubt, pull the fuck out. Like, when in doubt, pull the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Oh,
serious.
you wanna give the details about the dickhead cashier that you dealt with?
Oh yeah, she goes. I walk up there and I'm there, and the cashier's ringing me up, and he goes, huh, fun night. Oh man, I don't want to talk about it. And he goes, oh, okay, so you got some. I was like, dude, just shut the fuck up and ring my shit. I could have fucking killed this kid.
Bearing in mind,
I'm
you
already
are not
stressed
in
the
the
fuck.
best of moods at it as you
No,
are. Like, Sam's stressed, like, you're in a stressful situation,
I had
and
to
this
spend
guy's just like, man,
$75 on Plan B and condoms.
That is, yeah, exactly. You're like, fuck having the kid, I gotta
That
spend
shit's not cheap.
$75.
That shit's not cheap, you know? But anyways, like I'm obviously joking, but yeah, that guy was not a dick. And then I get in, and Sam sees that I'm not happy, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Fucking take the pill." And she goes, "Okay." So she takes the pill, and we're chilling because I didn't, but she just wanted to be sure, and she's chilling. But yeah, that's never again,
Yeah, never again.
never
This is a
again.
PSA to everyone. Just buy the rubbers, man. Just
I learned
rock it.
I learned my lesson the hard way, like
Yeah.
for real.
A good lesson to learn,
And
though.
I also, oh yeah, it's a great lesson learned, but like I learned like they trust me, they make one with extra pleasure for you, her. They make them ribbed, they make them lubed. Like trust, like you can buy variety packs of shit that you want to try out. They got different sizes. You know what I found out that interested me?
What?
It's not small, medium, large.
No. It's like
It's
one
like
size fits
snug,
all.
standard, and large. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them just fit like one standard, like fits all. It's more like the perk. Each one has a perk.
Like, and I'm pretty sure I got like the snugs or whatever because I want to feel that shit because I
Oh,
don't
you're
want it floppy.
making me
You know what I mean?
mental.
Oh yeah, keep me wrapped up during the winter.
Get me
Yeah.
wrapped up here in the winter.
I'll get cold and not throw on a condom.
It get cold that night, so I shot on a condom. I just have fun.
I threw on one of those dick shots. I felt great.
I put on one of them willy warmers.
Willy Warmer.
The new names.
The Willy Worm. I love it.
The willy
But yeah, never, never again.
It's,
Fuck that shit.
yeah, that when I heard the story, I was like, oh my god, this kid, what has he done?
Just kidding.
But I'm glad that you have learned and
Oh, I
resolved
learned.
your issues.
I learned. Don't you worry.
Hopefully, Sam is good now too. She's not worried or
And
anything.
she's chilling. She was a little worried though. I talked to her and I was like, look, I didn't. You took a pill. Like there is virtually like I know there's still like a chance, but that's I said, look, you're not in your ovulation period. You took a pill. I didn't even like come in you.
Yeah.
And like there's virtually no chance that you are going to get pregnant. Like obviously there's still that small miraculous chance, but there's obviously no chance at all.
Yeah, I think you're good. But
I think I'm shot, but
yeah, in at least disrespectful where possible. I mean, no offense, but I do not think you're ready to be a dad.
no, not at all. Like I still got shit to do.
You gotta get
That
that
shit.
scholarship, boy.
Hmm. Exactly. I never realized like condoms are cheap.
Are they?
$8 for 10.
Yeah, that's fairly cheap. They're more expensive over here.
That's
I don't.
that's what maybe 20 cents a condom.
I don't think your math's right there.
Here, let's do the math real quick. Calculator.
Doing the math, how much
I'm
money?
10 divided by
Here we go, guys. Let's
8.
listen to Albert Gage
A
Stein.
dollar 25. Hold on. I should say 8 divided by 25. 8 divided by 20. Or not 20, 10. Fuck. 8. Fuck. 8
Struggling.
divided by. Yeah.
This man can develop
So
a full-on laser powered by the sun, but not do maths.
shut the fuck up. So 8. So like roughly like 80 cents a condom,
Okay.
which isn't bad.
That's not bad at all. It's more expensive over here, bro. The prices are fucked.
And they were Trojans.
Ooh, look at you go!
Something called ecstasy. If I don't know how much you're editing, but if you get the chance, look up Trojan ecstasy, bro. I walked into this aisle. Let me tell you. No, I get in there. There's shit with like one comes with an extended mag. I didn't know what I was doing.
It's like, bro, what is this?
Exactly. Like I get in there, and then I mean it's just like I start reading, of course, as you do. And I decide to pick the one that looks least threatening and that doesn't have a
threatening.
fucking.
The fact that condoms can be threatening is so funny.
Like, I mean, like, but you think about like I probably chose like the girliest looking box of condoms.
You step into the condom aisle and suddenly you're playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's like, bro, there's a 3x scope on this one. Check this shit out.
I mean, for real, like it was like RPG, MP7, and then you get over here, and then like there's one box, and it's like the Barbie skin, and I'm like, that's the one I
That's
need,
the one.
right there. And so I got something, and I'm gonna say this. And it's called Trojan Ecstasy.
Don't whisper that in my ear, bro. Everyone who's listening just clicked off.
In that voice, pink and purple box. For extreme pleasure for you or her.
Ooh.
Bro. I was like, if this is what I need, this is what I need.
Yeah, and then, yeah, at least you're prepared now.
Oh,
And hopefully if and when you can test those things out, hopefully you can pull out in time. If
next time I'll get the M14 and I'll tell you.
Yeah, next time get the RPG and tell me what that's like.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah.
As a birthday present, I'll get you some Barra 50 cals and you can test them by birthday.
Yeah.
Guys, I didn't think we'd go on about condoms that long, bro.
I mean, it's an interesting topic.
If anyone wants to hear more about condoms, let us know, and we'll talk more.
I think that. I mean, like, I never realized like how many. It just showed me how uneducated I was.
Fucking hell. You should get taught this in school.
I mean, I should like. There was ones that like numb your penis so you can last longer. There was thicker ones. There was like.
I've never heard of the numbing
There
ones ever.
Oh yeah, so apparently it was like there was this like the lube in it would like slightly numb your penis.
That is
so you could last longer.
That is strange, right? I guess a lot of people randomly. You can't really kink shame.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could see it being used in like porn.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I get what it's for and I get why it's used, but like I'd rather not.
Yeah. When I was in school, it's called year 8 in our school. I don't know what that grade is in America, but we got.
How old were you?
Probably like 13.
Yeah, that's like 8th grade for us, like 7th, 8th grade.
We got taught about like sex education and stuff, and all the boys had to put a condom on a banana to show that we could actually do it. And we got taught, the one thing I remember from that science class was never ever use a crisp packet or a chip packet in America. I mean, imagine like you're sat there and you just look at like a bag of Cheetos and you're like, yeah, that'll do. And you just put it on. You're like, yeah, babe, I'm ready.
But yeah, like I remember I got ours a lot earlier. I got ours when I was 10.
Really?
Yeah, but they don't do much either. All they did was sit us in front of like a TV and then start like the miracle of life and shit like that.
The miracle of life.
Well, I mean, like there was like a boys version and a girls version. It was like this is what happens to a boy during puberty. A boy has a penis, girls have a vagina. This is how they fuck, and that's exactly how it went. And it was like there's ways to contracept this. You can make the bitch take a pill, or you could wrap it. You know?
And you chose not to wrap it. I'll be on the pill.
Yeah. Long story short, I took a nap during this video. Apparently.
Yeah. Long story short, 10-year-old Gage was doing far more important things.
Yeah.
So he
I,
didn't
I
take
was thinking
part.
about what Power Rangers episode was gonna be on when I got.
Oh, Power Rangers was so good though. You couldn't
Yeah,
blame
shit.
you.
I
What is
was
your
I was ready to
favorite
play
show?
Xbox when I got home. Right?
Yeah, what is your
I wasn't
favorite
worried
show
about.
from your
Girls
childhood?
were icky.
Girls are icky, bro. I don't watch puberty.
Back then they were, yeah. But my favorite show from my childhood, Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron was good.
Or Drake and
I
Josh. I take that back. Drake
oh,
and
Drake
Josh.
and Josh was sick. He's got a kid now,
Yeah.
hasn't he? Josh Beck.
Josh, yeah, Josh does.
I don't really see much from Drake anymore. He's a musician though, right? But yeah, Josh Beck is a
Unless
good.
I heard he was in debt.
He was in jail.
He was in debt.
Oh, bro, I thought you said jail. He probably
What?
is in debt, to be fair.
Probably. Anyways, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't think I could pinpoint. What I think Ben 10 is up there for me. Um, I don't know whether I could pinpoint like a favorite though. Ben 10 was like my shit though. I used to just love Toy Story. Toy Story was the biggest thing for me when I was a kid.
I watched a lot of Monsters Inc. I think
Monsters
Monsters
Inc.
Inc.
was so good.
Oh yeah, animated like Disney animation.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a lot of those and shit like that. Um, because that's like when we were. Obviously, I was younger than you, but I was like a toddler. You were like 5, I
Mm.
guess, at that age.
It
But
was so
yeah,
much better being a kid, bro. You just sit
I
and
remember
watch
it was so much
TV and
easier.
eat. It was so much
Oh
easier.
yeah,
You just sit, eat, watch Ben 10, take a shit, and go to sleep.
yeah. I mean,
Now I
do it
gotta
all
get,
over again the next day.
yeah, now I gotta get up, go to college, do 2 jobs, do driving lessons,
Oh yeah, now I
do all this
gotta
shit.
buy condoms.
Gotta fucking buy Plan B and get shit talked by some cashier.
That's probably more my choice than but anything. But
Yeah, that's probably your fault, but still.
yeah,
That was a funny story, though. I'm glad you shared that. Not a funny circumstance, but funny from your perspective. I bet if Sam told that story, it'd be so much different.
oh yeah. If Sam told that story, it would be like this motherfucker came in me. Like fuck this kid.
I fucking hate this bitch.
But no, I mean like obviously like I'm not worried about it now.
No.
Like I feel like it's been a week. Like I'm chilling.
Yeah. Bro, sorry, I just got hit with the one of the best shows from my childhood. Did you ever watch Arthur? If you didn't watch Arthur, you were missing out. The
I
little
like
armadillo kid.
yeah. Was he an armadillo?
Let me Google
I
what was
thought he was
Arthur.
like a turtle or like a horse.
He was not a turtle.
But I
What
guess an
was
armadillo
Arthur?
makes sense.
Um, what was he? What is Arthur supposed to be? No. He's an aardvark. Do you know what an aardvark is?
I do know what an aardvark is.
Okay,
You know what
Aard-
an aardvark is?
aardvark. Let me see. Oh, the little like anteater things.
Yeah.
He does not look like an aardvark. That show was sick though. I used to
Tis
love
was,
Arthur.
tis was a good one. Tis was a good one.
Tis was.
Tis was.
Tis was. Great English, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the childhood was banging, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Arthur was the shit. Ben 10 was the shit. And put it bluntly, I wish I was 5 again.
I don't. I don't wish I was 5 again, personally. That's just personally.
Yeah, and realistically, I don't. But like in my head, I'm like, oh, to be a 5-year-old again. But I like where I am right now. I'm chilling, bro. I'm doing a podcast with one of my best friends, bro. It's fucking chilling. It's fucking chilling, dog.
Yeah.
You tired?
I'm
You sleepy, boy?
Yeah. I had work today.
Sam.
Mhm.
What are you doing? Are you still doing that demolition stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Jesus.
He always scares me. Anyway, Craig just decided to leave, but we were just talking about ending it. It's been good. I think we've actually talked about
Oh
more,
yeah. Well,
but it feels like we haven't talked about as much because we've talked about the topics for longer.
yeah.
I think that's all right. I think we just do whatever we want. This isn't going to be like a professional
Yeah.
thing. It's going to be scuffed, but we're having fun. I'm enjoying it,
What
bro.
we got happening? 1 hour 15, roughly. A little bit more.
Yeah, probably a little bit more. No, it'll be fun.
Good.
It's fun. If you did enjoy, drop us a like.
Drop a comment telling us what you want to talk about and if you want to be featured.
Leave some suggestions. Yeah, one thing we didn't. We've told people like personally, but we are considering multiple guests. If you do, let us know. Any topics you want to hear, let us know. And also let us know if you would kick the baby or take the punch from Mike
Let us
Tyson.
know, man.
And enjoy the audio from Jay. But
Yep.
thank you very
Thank you.
much for listening. Peace, bitches.
Peace. Good night.